The Perks of Being a Wallflower, page 97. June 9th, 1992. Dear friend, it is now prom night and I'm sitting alone in my room. Yesterday was difficult because I didn't know anybody since all my friends and my sister were no longer in school. The worst was lunchtime because it reminded me of when everyone was angry with me for Mary Elizabeth. I couldn't even eat my sandwich and my mom made my favorite, I think, because she knew how sad I'd be with everyone gone. The hall seemed different. And the juniors were acting different because they are the seniors now. They even had t-shirts made. I don't know who plans these things. All I can think about is the fact that Sam is leaving in 2 weeks to go to Penn State, and Mary Elizabeth is going to be busy with her guy, and my sister is going to be busy with hers, and Alice and I aren't that close. I know Patrick will be around, but I'm afraid that maybe since he isn't sad, he won't want to spend time with me. I know that's wrong in my head, but it feels that way sometimes. So then the only person I would have to talk to would be my psychiatrist. And I don't like the idea of that right now. The reason I'm thinking so far in advance is because school is terribly lonely. I think I've said it before, but it's getting harder every day. I have 2 finals tomorrow, history and typing. Then on Friday, I have finals in all my other classes like gym and shop. I don't know if there will be actual finals in these classes, especially shop. I think Mr. Callahan will just play some of his old records for us. He did that when we were supposed to have a midterm too, but it won't be the same without Patrick lip syncing. Incidentally, I got a perfect on my math final last week. Love always, Charlie. June 13th. Dear friend, I just got home from Bill's house. I would have written about it to you last night, but I had to go to Bill's. Last night, Craig and Sam broke up. It's very sad to watch. In the past few days, I have heard a lot about the prom, and thanks to those 24-hour film places, I've seen what everyone looked like. Sam looked beautiful, Patrick looked handsome, Mary Elizabeth, Alice, Mary Elizabeth's boyfriend, Peter all looked great too. The only thing is that Alice wore white stick deodorant with a strapless dress, and it showed. I don't think that kind of thing matters, but supposedly Alice was paranoid about it all night. Craig looked handsome as well, but he wore a suit instead of a tux. But that's not why they broke up. Actually, the prom was supposed to be very nice. The limo was really great, and the limo driver got everyone stoned, which made the expensive food taste even better. His name was Billy. The prom's music came from this really bad cover band called the Gypsies of Allegheny, but the drummer was good, so everybody had a nice time dancing. Patrick and Brad didn't even look at each other, but Sam said Patrick was really okay about it. After the prom, my sister and her boyfriend went to the after prom party the school organized. It was at this popular dance club downtown. She said that it was really fun with everyone all dressed up and dancing to good music played by a DJ instead of the Gypsies of Allegheny. They even had a comedian who did impersonations. The only thing was that once you went in, you couldn't leave and come back. I guess the parents thought that it would keep the kids out of trouble. Nobody seemed to mind. They were having too much fun, and enough people smuggled in liquor anyway. After the party, it was about 7 o'clock in the morning, and everyone went to the Big Boy for pancakes and bacon. I asked Patrick how he liked the after-prom party. He said it was a lot of fun. He said that Craig had rented a hotel suite for all of them, but only Craig and Sam went. Actually, Sam wanted to go to the after-prom party the school organized too, but Craig got really angry because he'd already paid for the hotel suite. That's not why they broke up. It happened yesterday at Craig's friend's house after Rocky Horror. Like I said, Mary Elizabeth's boyfriend Peter is good friends with Craig, and he kind of stepped into the middle of things, I guess. He really likes Mary Elizabeth a lot and has grown to like Sam quite a bit because he's the one who brought it up. Nobody even suspected. Basically, Craig had been cheating on Sam ever since they started going out. And when I say cheat, I don't mean he got drunk once and fooled around with one girl and felt bad about it. There were several girls, several times, drunk and sober, and I guess he never felt bad. The reason why Peter didn't say anything at first was because he didn't know anybody, and he didn't know Sam. He just thought she was this dumb high school girl because that's what Craig always told him. Anyway, after he got to know Sam, Peter kept telling Craig that Craig had to tell her the truth because she wasn't just some dumb high school girl. Craig kept promising he would, but he never did. There was always some excuse. Craig called them reasons. I don't want to ruin the prom for her. I don't want to ruin graduation for her. I don't want to ruin the show for her, and things like that. Then finally Craig said there was no point in telling her anything at all. She was about to go away to college. She would find a new guy. He was always safe about other girls. There was nothing to worry about in that way. And why not just let Sam remember the whole experience in a good way? Because he really liked Sam and he didn't want to hurt her feelings. Peter went along with this logic, even though he thought it was wrong. At least that's what he said. But then after the show, Craig told him that he fooled around with yet another girl on the afternoon of the prom. That's when Peter told Craig that if Craig didn't say something to Sam, he would. Well, Craig didn't say anything, and Peter still didn't think it was his business. But then he overheard Sam at the party. She was talking to Mary Elizabeth about how Craig might be the one. And she was trying to think of ways to keep it going long distance while she was at school. Letters, phone calls, vacations. That was it for Peter. He went right up to Craig. You tell her something now, or I tell her everything. So Craig pulled Sam into the bedroom. They were in there for a while. Then Sam walked from the bedroom straight out the front door, silently sobbing. Craig didn't run after her. That was probably the worst part. Not that he should have tried to get back together with her anyway, but I think he should have run after her. All I know is that Sam was devastated. Mary Elizabeth and Alice went after her to make sure she was okay. I would have gone too, but Patrick grabbed my arm to stay. He wanted to know what was going on, I guess, or maybe he figured Sam would be better off with female company. I'm glad we stayed, though, because I think our presence prevented a pretty violent fight between Peter and Craig. They were yelling at each other. Craig would say, "Fuck you, Peter, fuck you." And Peter would say, "Don't blame me that you fucked around her since the beginning. The afternoon of her prom? You bastard. You hear me, you fucking bastard." Things like that.